Last night's boxing, BKFC, was actually really good. I've never really watched BKFC before, but you know, it really caught my attention. The Tierney versus Danny Christie fight. So I actually paid attention last night, and it was really good. I think obviously in the first exchange, I think Christie took way too much damage, and the body work and the punches, the speed of the punches coming from Conor was ferocious, bro. And I think you know, Danny Christie still landed a good stuff ones on his chin, and he held him well. To be honest with you, I was really shocked because, you know, Conor's been known for not having the strongest chin in the past, but I think now he's maturing as a fighter and really growing into himself. You know, he's kind of, you know, bare knuckle is difficult as it is, and I think that he's really finding his feet now in the sport, and to hold some really good shots from Christie. But yeah, I think Christie was a bit out of his depth. You know, as he said, Conor does everything better, doesn't he? Footwork, hand speed, you know, boxing IQ. But it wasn't a million miles away. I think that I think if it wasn't for the damage that he's had in previous fights, you know, with the cuts being reopened in it and stuff like that, it really hindered him. Because I do think that Christie could have went on to the end. So I was a bit disappointed that the fight stopped when it did. But I do think it was the right time for the fight to stop, because, you know, there was no need to take any necessary damage, and it was, you know, it wasn't his night that night. But, you know, it was a great night. I think that it was very exciting to see two lads well evenly matched, you know, within size and stuff, and both had put in such good work. You know, they're coming in such phenomenal shape. It was just an impressive fight. I think, yeah, Conor showed he could take a dig. And yeah, brilliant hand speed, brilliant footwork. What else was that? The Ginger and Chardin fighting the Polish guy. I thought, now that was good as well. I think Ginger's hair was everywhere. The uppercuts in the inside were beautiful. Nice. He was trying to use nice straight shots and stuff. But I think the opponent was nice. It was a good opponent for him for his debut. It really got me. I'm really on the edge of my seat watching a lot of the bkfc. I've never really got into it. You know, obviously with Frankie Gavian, you know, his best days are way past him, behind him. You know, obviously it was not nice to see, but it was nice to see him give it another go and see if there's something left there. But obviously, you know, he ain't in it. And Jamie Cox, obviously, yes, yet again, he fought another monster. I think all the BKB lads were really good, in really good shape, and really good. Like, there's some really good fighters on there. I was quite shocked because obviously the standard of fighters have gone way up from what they used to be. So it really caught my eye. I really enjoyed the BKFC basically overall. I think Danny Christie and Conor Tierney could run it back again. You know, obviously I think that Conor Tierney would win again. I think it'd be a nice night just to put on a nice show on Birmingham again, and maybe see if you could bring something different. You know, go back to the drawing board and see if you could bring something different for Conor to work on. I still think that Conor would still beat him again. But like I say, in time, Conor, this isn't a sort of fight that demands a rematch or deserves a rematch so much, but because he could go on to world titles and he deserves to go on to European or whatever the BKFC can offer him something bigger and better now. But it wouldn't be a bad idea to go through the occasion again, because it was such a good occasion. It was good to see a good turnout of the crowd. You know, I heard a bit of booing for Danny Christie, which I wasn't too happy about. You know, because I think that he's a class act, and you know, but. It was, the fight went the way it should have went. I think that the younger, fresher man come out on top and looked $1 million doing it. Overall, I thoroughly enjoyed the BKFC. I really did.